Once upon a time, in a quiet small town tucked in the heart of Ogun State, Nigeria, there lived a young girl named Amora. Her mother had died when Amora was still very little. Her father later remarried, but his new wife, Aminat, treated Amora with cruelty. Aminat forced Amora, day after day, to hawk sachet water in the market, trekking dusty roads from dawn till dusk under the tropical sun. Her own son, Emeka, by contrast, lounged at home, exempted from any labor. Aminat fed her lies. She told Amora's father that Amora attended school, even though she never allowed her stepdaughter near a classroom. Amora longed to learn, but each plea was met with harsh commands: sell water. Don't ask more. Over the years, Amora grew resilient and hopeful. She knew her father worked far away, rarely coming home, perfect cover for Aminat's deception. At 18, having sold sachets water for over a decade, Amora stood taller than her years, with a bright smile that belied her hardships. One fateful morning, while Amora hawked her wares at a busy street corner, a well-dressed man stopped to buy a bottle. He was a successful millionaire named Mr. Onikoi, visiting the town on business. Struck by Amora's grace, politeness, and gentle demeanor, so uncommon amid the bustle, he struck up a conversation. She told him only that she hawked water. He accepted and introduced himself. Intrigued by her warmth and intelligence, he invited her to lunch. Over time, they spoke often. Mr. Onikoi offered to support Amora's education. Over months, Amora's world changed. He financed her enrollment in a local college, provided lodging, and became her mentor. Her confidence blossomed. Eventually, he asked for her hand in marriage, and she accepted. The wedding was simple yet joyful. Amora, in a modest gown, radiant with relief and quiet pride, married the kind man who had seen her under the harsh sun and chosen to lift her into a better life. Back in the town, Aminat and Emeka's lives had shifted too. Their father passed away, not long after Amora had left town. Overcome by precarious finances, Aminat and Emeka had nowhere to turn. Emeka, feeling bitterness and envy, journeyed to the city where Amora now lived, seeking work as a security guard at Mr. Onikoye's home compound. He hoped to enter through Aminat's connection or through the family link. When they arrived, they did not disclose Emeka's identity or his relation to Amora. They claimed he was simply looking for work. Mr. Onikoye interviewed Emeka, found him unskilled yet earnest, and, compassionate as he was, offered him a position. Aminat followed, hoping to exploit the opportunity, but found herself in a household governed by respect, merit, and fairness, none of which she had ever given Amora. Emeka began working tirelessly, but when Aminat tried to control the household or criticize the new mistress, unaware that Amora was his benefactor, he was gently but firmly reminded of the dignity with which Amora conducted herself. Over time, the truth emerged. Mr. Onikoye discovered Emeka's claim of being Amora's stepbrother. He spoke to Amora, who confirmed it. Though hurt by Aminat's deception, Amora advocated for her half-brother's fair treatment but insisted he treat her and the household with respect. As months passed, Emeka grew disciplined in his duties, earning some trust. Aminat, meanwhile, realized that her schemes had backfired. The life she made miserable for Amora had led to her rise, while she and her son had ended up in his household, living humbly under his roof. Embarrassed and humbled, Aminat fell silent. In the quiet evenings, Amora visited her old hometown on occasion, sometimes to help neighbors or support girls still hawking water instead of being in school. She opened a small scholarship fund in her father's memory, ensuring girls like herself could pursue education. Emeka, once lazy and spoiled, began helping run the fund's logistics, rediscovering a work ethic. Aminat, seeing the genuine compassion and leadership in Amora's life, softened in her tone and eventually said sorry. Though Amora never demanded apologies, she simply continued helping others. Through hardship and pain, Amora's kindness, integrity and perseverance transformed not only her fate, but offered redemption and opportunity even to those who had wronged her. And so, from a small town in Ogun State, she rose, turning suffering into strength, and extending grace until it reshaped all around her.